All right, what's going on, everybody? Laser Jesus here, alongside me, in spirit, Hurricane, myKPV versus skillz here, and this is lower bracket action on Nuke. And in a best of one, this knife means a lot. And we were talking about earlier, like our Bane, your Bane being trained, my Bane being Nuke for elimination matches. I don't know. It's not something I like to see or be a part of.
Yeah, I feel bad for them.
Look at this battle on top of the red. They jump up on top of the red and have a 1 versus 1. Very fun to see, but it looks like skillz is going to be the ones that take this. Yeah, so skillz going to be starting, or myKPV, teams are backwards, going to be starting on that CT side, and that's a great start for them, as obviously favoring them. Yeah, the teams are going to be backwards on top, so... Again, Scrunk, if you were tuning in last night, he actually stayed up till like 6 in the morning and casted some matches with me. That was fun. So obviously, can't have any bias here.
You could have affected his,
my boy. Right? Just
you could have affected his performance by being so fun to play with.
Right, he said he needed at least 12 hours before a match. So I think he got his 12 hours. I'm not entirely sure. But myKPV got 12-0, 16-0 yesterday. So want to recover from that, and skillz with an upset with the new planet key to bring them to where they are now. So we should have a fairly even match here.
Yeah, record-wise for the leagues right now, I'd say they're pretty even. Nothing too crazy. They're not, they're not 5 games under 500. So I'm expecting a pretty even match, and hopefully it's a 16-14 barn burner.
Yeah, and on Nuke, it's one of those maps where it could easily not be that at all, and it could be a very one-sided map depending on how the CTs start off here. So skillz, one of the more even rounds you're going to get on Nuke on the terrace side is your pistol round, and if you could take that on the terrace side, you've done more damage than some teams do already.
Interestingly enough, the CTs all got smokes on pistol round, except one guy, or 2 guys, excuse me. And just stopped all rushes by just smoking off the hut and the ramp, which you don't really generally see that on a pistol round. So,
yeah, I do agree. That's quite a bit of money spent on your pistol round.
They're going to go into upper execute right now.
Stifling the early aggression, something that you definitely have to heed for myKPV, and it's just going to come down to this upper take. We see a couple nades still in the hands of the skillz. They're going to nade out the door. Here come the smokes and flashes into the bomb site. This early push is going to decide so much. myKPV 4 frags unanswered, and a flawless round from myKPV. Impervious to the nades and flashes, it seems. Just ran straight through them that round. And skillz, when they bursted out, just couldn't seem to find anybody.
Yeah, the guy who was about to get smoked off Mini just read the situation and decided to push into the face of the people at door and was able to pull off a pretty miraculous 3 headshot round.
Already recovering from their 16-0 is myKPV, and if you're on the CT side of Nuke, you take a deep breath after you win your pistol round, because that's so worrisome. Right after you win that pistol round, everything's okay, the world is in order, and we could take this Nuke map the way it's supposed to be on your CT side. But look at this. Early aggression here from skillz, providing onto Scrunk outside. So maybe my boy a little sleep deprived or something, because he just gave up a pretty easy frag in my opinion.
Yeah, Pre-Leiden just went outside and dinked.
Wow,
2 people.
Man, so struggling to hold the hell area. Right, that Tech 9, and they did fully buy up here, skillz, so it's not like it's just a Tech 9 here from the skillz lineup. They did go all in here, and 3 frags to 0. myKPV just fell apart on their anti-eco round, and you gotta figure on Nuke that the T's, there's a high likelihood of them buying up, so they should have been ready for this, but instead they're gonna get countered in the terms of flawless round as well. Finally 1 frag that's insta, and he exchanges a whole lot of HP for that, so he is going to go ahead and run away there. But Pre-Leiden is not going to allow that at all. There's his third of the round, and story of that round, Pre-Leiden with that Tech 9, and he gets a gun.
I mean, it's pretty embarrassing that they single-handedly took outside with 1 person with a Tech 9, as Zai just called it out too.
Right. I mean, 2 players, like 1 player, okay, you get dinked, don't repeat. Hold your position. Second player comes in, goes down as well. myKPV, and on Nuke, it's just such like a foundational map where you can stack inside the bomb sites and just hold so tight. And even after you get dinked a little bit outside or exchange a little damage, it's so easy for your teammates to come and assist you and everything. So there's really no reason that myKPV should have gave up that frag outside.
Yeah, and I mean, they got the fights that you want, which is the mid-range, long-range fight, pistol versus rifle. They just got dinked immediately, and then were forced to play a little bit slower than you wanted to.
So myKPV looking to take that momentum straight back in their favor because they fully bought out here. And this is do or die for them because if they lose this, they're going to have to save at least once, maybe even twice here. And only one of their players had enough to go ahead and afford a rifle. And once again, first frag goes in the favor of skillz. And Otto almost down as well outside. So skillz taking this very methodically outside. Skrunk makes up for his last round, helps his teammate out. But the crossfire has been exposed outside. So skillz knows what's going on here, and they're going to fall off.
Oh my god.
Udriz onto Zai, though. And that was inside of the hut. So, but exchange back in their favor. Still 3-on-3, and skillz beginning to take into the bomb site now. Oh, Skrunk falls off of the Raptors. Gets the kill anyways, but it's going to be Fry. And Otto goes down as well. So skillz take the momentum, and look at the CT's money right now.
Yeah, I mean the CTs, they had a good setup. They played in terrorists played into KPV's stack outside, but they just had one lone like secret agent that just walked around a ladder, killed the guy ladder, and then had the mental prowess to just turn around and keep clearing the big garage to help his team gain full control.
Yep, nicely done by skillz, and myKPV after losing that one, they don't get on tilt at this point right now because this next gun round is going to decide the match for me because skillz is going to go up in all likelihood 4-1 here, depending on if myKPV buys in the next round or not. If they're going to go ahead and buy up ops, I'm not too sure yet, but skillz here on the next gun round, if they could take that, myKPV is going to be in such a bad position that the half has pretty much already been, or could already be won by skillz. So myKPV needs to stop the bleeding in another easy round for skillz. Nicely held anti-eco, and let's see what the money is for myKPV. Do they go for the buy?
Are rolling.
Yes.
They have had a lot of flawless anti-ecos, and just their actual eco on the second round, only, I think, 1 player died, and they killed everyone else on the other team. So, yeah, they're doing really good with money, so they're going to have a strong, a lot of pressure on this counter-terrorists in terms of just full economy, full nades, so hopefully we can see some good executes.
Yeah, and for myKPV here, do or die because
CT aggression
can't
outside.
save. Yeah, and they don't have any ops here, so I like this for myKPV because instead of having an op, they're going to go with the aggression. Oh, they get one. Both player doesn't get the kill outside, and he had the perfect lineup onto Flush. Sliding with that AK. If he can keep that up, oh my. The second one onto Skrunk, and everything is falling apart here for myKPV. I think we might be seeing them exit the tournament in a terrible fashion here on Nuke.
Don't say anything too soon. Come on. You can still, it's Counter-Strike.
4 rounds already on the terrorist side. They're playing this well.
Maybe KPV has the best terrorist.
Yeah, I hopefully for them they do. But Otto, okay,
or
1-2 in the 1
just
versus
messes
3.
Up.
Narrowed it down. Independent. Last guy alive in the 1 versus 1 on skillz now. He keeps up the ladder. It's going to be Otto. He finally gets the kill. 1 versus 3 for Otto. Bringing myKPV right back in it. And you just jinxed it in their favor, man. Caster Curse. I guess you made it a close match. Good job.
Hey, I'm just looking out for our boy Skrunk. Skrunk. Yeah, the terrorists went outside. They had a nice stack. The guy that was in the money spot at Redbox failed his spray miserably, and they were able to get 3 quick kills outside. And then, for some odd reason, they opted to go into the most exposed area on terrorists, which is going up the ladder.
But look at this insta. Again, out that squeaky. He gets 4. Spamming them all down as they enter through the smoke and he's in a perfect aggressive position and drops every single one of them. Still in contention for that ace if he pushes through here. And last guy is Udriz. So myKPV, that was a incredibly dangerous position here. And is he going to get the ace? No, Ingrid doesn't allow it. It's still all tied 3-3 here. And that was a crucial position for myKPV, because if they lost that, they're going to have to save again. And now, after a flawless round, they are going to be able to buy whether they win this round or not.
Yeah, good play by Insta. He was right on top of where they were trying to execute, and just a good spray down.
Yeah, that smoke really hindered the terrorist side there quite a bit, because it allowed Insta to have the jump on all of them. Now, where does skillz go? Still yet to see any AWPs in this match, and we're already on to round 7, so momentum game. Very close contention between these two teams, but if trading back and forth, that's all skillz needs to do on a map like Nuke, because you got to figure they'll be at least a little stronger on the CT.
I like what the terrorists are doing. They're working outside control, which is what you want. It's just the what I call the linchpin of the map. That you want control of outside, because then you could do so much. You could put pressure on a lot more different spots than just hut in the ramp entrance.
Yeah, the second you get control of outside, forces the CTs to think about different positions. I mean, the players upper have to worry about now lower as well as mini, and yeah, once you take up outside, changes the entire dynamics of the map. But let's jump into the action for the remainder of the round. 2-on-3 here. skillz not in a terrible position, still doable in this 2-on-3.
CT's read it perfectly. Though? This is going to be grim. Yeah,
Swalo. Everywhere is covered for the CTs here, unless skillz can find the first frag without exchanging any of their players. It is going to be a key round for myKPV with Perliden on to 1. Traded off by Zai, though. Where's Perliden? He's still above. He is going to take down the next one. 10 seconds left. He doesn't know that Otto is waiting inside the vents. Perliden is going to go for the plant. He's going to give away his position. That's Otto, so Perliden knows exactly what's going on now. He's flanking around the silo. Otto is pushed way back, and Perliden is playing this so smart. He knows exactly what Otto's doing. He is going to peek out, and it's going to be Otto again coming up big for myKPV. And this man is single-handedly keeping them in the mix right now.
Yeah, it was just a perfect trades going on right there. Counter-terrorists were set up lower, and as soon as a CT spotted one of the terrorists in the control room and was going for the kill, the guy from Vent killed him, and then they went for the plant. There was a guy lower in sight. He killed him, and then it was just that's Counter-Strike at its finest. Trade.
Yeah, that's how it should be played at the top levels. I mean, it's something you don't learn necessarily ESEA pugging. It comes from just years and years of teamwork in the leagues and everything. So myKPV showing a little prowess there in the end, but again, it's way too close to the round.
Solo ramp 5 in his face.
Yep, right. Let's see it. This time it's not Insta, it's Swalo. And he's going to counteract the pop flash, and here they come.
Flash.
They're not rushing through the smoke here, so kind of a staggered rush. And it's going to be Swalo just having a blast with his M4. And he could look for the ace here. He's already claimed 4 lives on the terrorist side, and he's just looking for the baiter now. It's Uber who doesn't want to give it the ace. And Otto going to be the man. So 5-3, and nice play there by Swalo. And I like how he kind of read that pop flash was coming through.
Yeah, the ramp was smoked off. Swalo was playing close, and then the terrorists were trying to pop flash through the smoke. It clipped the left side of the wall and fell back, and 4 of them were blind, and then they ran through the smoke. So probably the easiest 4 kill for Swalo, but in his career, but I don't know.
Right. So
just
like
just one of those bloopers.
You got a DDoS of the team speak. So next level DDoSing, I guess, around here. Crazy stuff, but I guess we're going to take a quick break while they switch their team speaks. So stay tuned here at RGN TV. Once again, loser goes home here. myKPV and skillz. Alongside me, Hurricane, I'm Laser Jesus, and we will be right back.
Thanks, folks.
All right, welcome back. myKPV versus skillz. myKPV figured out their issue, and now we're on to another gun round. Once again, loser goes home here. I'm Laser Jesus. Alongside me is Hurricane, and at this point, we're at a very tight situation here between the two teams. There is likely.
Yeah, it was looking pretty hairy for the counter terrorists for a minute there. They're doing an outside split right now, which is good, but Zyph is there to contest, and there's a gap in the smoke.
So myKPV beginning to figure things out. It looked a little rocky at the start for them, as skillz was making it quite a slugfest. But now 4-on-4 here. Again, skillz has made their way up outside, and myKPV has really been struggling to deal with skillz outside. We haven't really seen one clean hold from them, aside from it coming from anti-ecos on upper.
Yeah, and kind of interesting situation. Yeah, there's two lower, but the other two terrorists were lagging behind, and now the opportunity is kind of gone for a clean take lower because Suelo is on top of it.
Yeah, he's about to get flanked though by Cry here. Cry, they both are standing on the opposite sides and they don't know it. And Cry, depending on how this goes down, he's going to either have an easy frag or Suelo's going to drop him. Oh, they both spot each other. Neither of them go down. And
Jigs up.
Still a 3-on-3. Ooh, it goes to Cry. That's a big frag, but traded off right away by Otto. Both of the skillz players are playing in the window area. Insta jump through the window, takes the first one down, but Independent abandoned his teammate, and he gets one. That's Otto. Down to a 1 versus 1 now. Independent has to peek out. Does he know Insta's not on the bomb? He hits the blitz. And skillz take a big round for themselves. myKPV still think they are going to be able to buy? Yes, they are going to be able to buy. And skillz, really, I mean, not allowing myKPV to establish too big of a lead here on the CT side, and that's exactly what you want to do on Nuke, because it's so easy for the CT to run away with it.
Yeah, they're really putting the counter terrorists on tilt with that win. They've been trading a lot of rounds, which if you're doing that as a terrorist team and you're trading rounds with the CT with a one-sided map like this, like you're feeling pretty confident because the economy is going to be playing in your favor.
Exactly, and now finally we see an op outside from myKPV, so economy beginning to stabilize. I don't know, it's really fully bought out here, so can't lose this round is myKPV unless...
Do or die.
Yeah, skillz. I mean, if they can go up on the terrorist side, that is not something you want to see if you're myKPV, but again, now beginning to stabilize outside, as I said. This time myKPV dedicating a few more players, and this time the frags are going their way. They find the op shot, and then they bring another one up, the secret entrance. So I like what myKPV is doing here on the CT side now. And skillz, can't fault them for doing what was working before, trying to take up outside.
Yeah, that's kind of what you want to do as a terrorist, and now they've forced the CTs to play a lot more people outside. So hopefully they get that read and switch to something else, because they just got shut down outside. I'm curious what the strat caller is going to think. Oh, and they're saving, so.
Yeah, can't do anything about it right away. Expect to see something fast from skillz. I like on their eco rounds that they don't just kind of do nothing and wait for the CTs to push it and everything. We always see them do some sort of collective push, even though their last one was incredibly botched with that flashbang we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been some pretty faulty flashbangs on the last gun round when the retake lower was happening. We were watching Suelo trying to retake the ramp, and a teammate flashed him by throwing a flash down the vent as soon as Suelo was trying to make a move.
They try it again, and this time Suelo can't get that 4K. Not as easy of a round. Oh no! The other resistance at ramp goes down as well. That's Scrunk. He's really been struggling in that hell area on a few rounds, so he needs to tighten that up. His skillz now, even though they only have 2 guns, this is as good a position as any on the terrorist side.
And they're opting to stick together and not really split up, so good move by them. Hopefully they can get some trade kills out upper, which is what it's going to look like. But we have Otto playing above the hut and moving towards the back rafter, which is a pretty strong position.
Yeah, and I'd say so far Otto's really been the backbone of myKPV with his clutch play and everything, so he'd be the guy I'd stay away from.
They sent a scout ramp. The guy with only a Glock just bunny hopped through, and they don't see anyone.
So yeah, information gained by skillz there.
Ladder.
Oh, and now they try to come out, and it's Otto who gets the triple. All 3 fall to Otto, and Zai takes down Ugers as well. So they did choose the wrong guy to test there. And myKPV avoid a very dangerous round.
Yeah, that was looking pretty bad for KPV, but Otto made the right move by moving into a pretty strong spot where you could solo hold, especially against an eco. You should feel pretty comfortable.
And what was the point of that scout ramp, though? Because they didn't do anything off of that. They just went up anyway.
They sent him there. They probably just to find info, and he opted to do a late flank ladder, but no one got kills as they're coming through the door, so the flank was null.
Yep, trying to set up a little dynamic defense outside, and myKPV, I like what they're doing outside now because they're switching it up quite a bit. Now they had like 3 players
great
at
read by them.
with the assist. Nice nades and everything. One of their players has fallen. And they're very aggressive outside here, so skillz can not allow them to fall back. This is... Oh no, Cry doesn't allow that to happen. He takes down both of them outside, and now it's just Zai. Suddenly we're down to a 2 versus 2, and skillz has fought their way back outside. Continued to fight them, and now even the odds out here, and skillz now. Otto is upper, and they've had no success against him really so far. How do they read this situation, though? They kind of got to probe in somehow, and last time when they just rushed into upper, it just did not work out for them.
Yeah, it looks like they're opting to go ramp, which is the correct move just based off of the positioning on CTs. Because they're definitely, the CT's a little bit more worried about upper, which you should be, because that's the harder site to retake, where lower is a little bit easier. So KPV has a good read on this. But skillz is going down the ramp right now. I think KPV's starting to figure it out a little bit. Yeah, here comes Zyfe down the vent.
Yeah, it's going to come down to timing here, and unfortunately for Zai, he's just a bit too late. He goes for the shot on the bomber, can't hit it. He's going to find the second one, though. That's Independent who goes down, and his teammate falls as well. So myKPV avoiding some pretty dangerous rounds, as I said before. And because skillz is definitely capable of winning these, and the fact that it's so close, I think skillz is going to be looking good on the CT side already, just based upon what I'm seeing on their terrorist side.
Yeah, they're got to give credit to their strat caller. They're sticking to their guns by going outside, and even though KPV has 2 people watching outside, there's just been a lot of fail plays right around that red box, keeping the terrorists like alive in the round when they really shouldn't be when it comes down to their positioning.
Yeah, I'd agree entirely. Based upon what had transpired early in that round, I'd give it to the CTs 100% of the time, but skillz did make it close, and they're again trying the outside. This time it's Zai who's all alone. He takes the first one, misses the second shot. His teammate is there with the assistance, so that's Inta, who's been doing big things at that role in mini, kind of floating, helping the Squeaky as well as outside as Zai when he needs it. But Zai has had a lot of assistance from his teammates in these recent rounds, and skillz constantly tries to pry their way into the outside area. This round doesn't work out for them. They all go down without doing any damage in terms of taking anybody out. So myKPV looking more like a regular CT-sided nuke map now.
Yeah, well, you were ready to throw in the towel for them, but a lot of rounds played into their favor, and they've really clawed back. Gotta give them props. A very resilient match from them so far.
Yeah, Germans battling their way back, and I gotta attribute a lot of that to Otto, because had he not clutched those 2 rounds, skillz would have been in a dominant position in terms of the economy. And now, with those 2, have brought it back into a more cozy position on the CT side here. Heading into the second half, they definitely want to end this at 11-4. But skillz, any more rounds here just helps them on their CT side the next half. Ooh, Independent.
Oh.
Finally, we see an op from skillz. Now they switch it up, and Zai was not ready for it.
Great read by the CTs right now.
Look at the response.
They know that they're working outside, and they just crunch lobby, and they got 2 easy kills and bomb down, but I don't think they know it yet. Yeah, bomb's down outside of the hut. Suelo doesn't see it yet. So they're not going to position themselves perfectly for it, because they just lack that little bit of information. Ooh, good pop flash. Instantly able to get the easy kill on Mini. Well played,
just love
KPV.
the response from myKPV so far. Especially, I mean, after skillz had gone outside so many times, this time myKPV finally gets wise to it and sets up the counter.
Yeah, and it looks like Independent's just going to walk right into Suelo. And dead.
Easy frag. 10-4. skillz, that time, they got the frag outside but weren't ready for the counter.
Yeah, they're going outside every round, and that's what you want to do. But they needed to make a read. They need to make the read that KPV knows, and they need to switch up their game plan now and pivot. Maybe put ramp pressure, or just fake.
Pivot in Counter-Strike. I like it. So yeah, where do they go is the question though, because outside it has been exposed now. I don't think myKPV will set up the same sort of aggression, but again, skillz. Looks like they're on a one-track mind outside here.
Yeah,
they
like love it.
They
listen to me. It's a fake.
It's so fake, but is anybody flanking in for myKPV? Yes, they are beginning to push up into the ramp area, but they aren't going to push all the way through yet again, and then they are going to go back to ramp. It is going to be Swalo. He's got assistance from Strunk. They've struggled at times before. This time, Strunk gets one. It's Swalo who doesn't get anybody. And Strunk is still alive. Tries to get a little incendiary damage, and he does only a bit. So 4-on-4 here. skillz with a nice opening. And where do they go? A lot of teams struggle once they get control of the ramp room, but they are going to be taking into lower straight away.
Oh, there's a flank mini, too.
Coming in real quickly. myKPV has a good retake, and they're making it happen very fast. Dangerous spot now for skillz. Down to 2 people. They got one in the site as well as one in the toxic area. The Leiden goes down after that smoke fade. Fry 1-on-3, takes one with him, but that is not going to be enough. And myKPV recover nicely, bring it to 11-4, and that was looking not to be the case when it was sitting at 3-3 early on.
Yeah, KPV had, skillz had players in positions to win that round. They had a flank coming from Mini for an after plant flank on the guy Vent, and when he fell down the vent, he just hit the ladder and just kept moving up and down, basically like ringing a bell for the counter terrorists to be like, hey, I'm flanking, look over here. That failed, and then it all crumbled from there. Pretty unfortunate.
And so much is going to be decided by the pistol here. I mean, either skillz takes it and they got a lot of wiggle room, or skillz loses it and they're going to have to play flawless Counter-Strike after their first gun round. After winning their first gun round, that is. So, skillz in a position now. They could have got more rounds here, but 4 is enough at times on Nuke. In myKPV, know that if they take this pistol round, the pressure is going to be on.
Yeah, this is the biggest round of the half right now. Well, pistol really is pretty much the biggest round on most matches, but in this situation, with how the rounds played out, if you're skillz, you are just praying that you get some instant headshots.
Yeah, we were talking about that deep breath that the CTs can take after winning the CT pistol. skillz looking for that oxygen right now, and myKPV,
fast door.
They're going to do a rush of their own. Oh no, the door blocks them, and now they're all blind. Everybody's stuck in squeaky right now. Is there an audible call? Yes, they do try to fall back with one of their players.
There's 2 flags for Brand.
Everyone is getting slaughtered from myKPV now. They do find one frag that's insta,
all
so
down
now the
vent,
audible is to go down into lower. The bomb hasn't been planted though. Where is the bomb? They need to get that down right now. Otherwise the CTs are just going to be flooding into lower. They do have Strunk fighting his way at ramp. Wow, Insta manages to defend his teammate. How is myKPV doing this? But the ramp flank is still on. Everybody's so low for myKPV now. And now they're beginning to crumble. Down to 2 players left. Strunk as well as Zai. But Zai gets one. Down to a 1 versus 2. And that is going to be it for skillz. They do manage to clean it up in the end. But myKPV, really kudos to them in the end there, because that looked to be an easy retake for the CTs.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have looked any worse for the terrorists how that round played out. They were going for a door rush with a flash that blows up right in front of the door. Counter-terrorists smoked it, and then the 2 ramp players were flanking, so they Houdini'd them and went down the vent, which was the only opening, getting a bomb plant. So pretty good pistol round for the terrorists.
And the door opened up the opposite way. I'm not entirely sure how that occurs, but yeah, that's why teams nade it out. You want to avoid that, because that, you know, just hearsay what would have happened. I mean, maybe myKPV would have taken the bomb site easily, or maybe they would have got slaughtered. Who knows? But that door definitely stopped their entrance. And now, for myKPV, they're going to go with just a straight up
They're going for a smoke
bust.
plant. They're going to try to plant in the smoke upper as everyone finds out.
So yeah, will the P90 be able to find it? Oh man, he goes down immediately. And so still struggling to find the bomb. Everybody's just lurking in the smokes here. No dice for myKPV, no bomb plant, no money. Do they buy here though?
Well, let's look at the cash. It might be a good gamble because you know that just based off of like what guns that they saw they got killed by, you could go for a Galil. Yeah, see, they just had that conversation. I think that they know there's some FAMASs and P90s that AKs can just dominate them.
Yeah, it's the one kind of swing round where the terrorists will have an advantage, kind of no matter what, unless the CT side went full Colts and skipped FAMASs entirely. So, chance by myKPV here to put a round early on in the second half on the board. They go with the boost outside. Skunk is
fast
already
on
top.
Two on mini already.
So all trying to take up outside, and
Nice.
they have player go. Oh man, that's Udris. He tries to flank up from the secret. Doesn't work out for him. And now myKPV in prime position.
Yeah, looks they're boosting up on the ladder. See if they can get someone up there, and they'll probably opt to do like a mini split with that guy ladder.
And Preliden inside of the vents here. Auto on to flush. So myKPV finding some holes in the defensive skills. I think the problem with skills there is they played outside
dismantle.
so soft that they went with one guy all the way around to secret, and in the end, the player was already set up there, and his head was taken off. So myKPV, if they continue to do that outside pressure, I don't think skillz is going to make the same mistake twice. I think skillz is going to be going to play somebody outside early on in the next gun round.
Yeah, it looked like they probably weren't anticipating the early buy by them, and he went for a little bit more of a lackadaisical rotate to secret to try to watch outside. And by the time he got there, I mean, there was 3 guys mini and 2 at the terrorist red box. So, talk about getting caught with your pants down.
Right. I mean, he was either going to make the round or break it right there for his team.
Yes.
So.
And then good mid call round to just split upper as soon as they got that kill with those nice boosts.
Now myKPV on their eco round, sticking everybody, all their eggs in one basket here, and they're taking it so cautiously outside. They do have one player outside for skills, though. When he peeks when he takes the fight with Otto, he's got to peek it. Otto did spot him out. Udris goes down. So myKPV, he's kind of running around outside here.
Same strat.
Is there. Yeah, and down goes Preliden as well. He tries to go with the massive flank. And skillz, if they could take away any guns here.
Yeah, they're clearing out upper through that with that boost, and I think they're just going to go up the ladder and play an upper now. Both of the counter-terrorists there's 3. They're all lower, so there's probably going to be a flank secret right now, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, and they go. One of their players just goes into full bloodlust mode and just runs up the ladder. Doesn't take down anybody here, and skillz. This isn't just a throwaway round, in my opinion. I mean, you gotta try to do some economical damage. You know the terrorist side is gonna be exiting together, because no guns have been dropped from them. So any economical
they're going
damage
for
skillz can
exits,
do.
which is the right move, but
I mean, they could have gone for
just
exits
has
with
too
4
much
people
map
instead of 2,
control.
you know. So Cry does get one flushed now. Last guy here, and did they protect the AK? I'm not too sure where that AK fell.
He got 1D'd from ladder.
Oh.
Secret to
No
ladder.
chance at that one.
Yeah.
So still, skillz here, predicament, and they are going to force. 2 of their players at 3,500. 3 of their players at 3,500 here. One of them goes for the Mag 7. Do or die again for skillz, and now, I mean, I kind of would have liked to see them go for a save another time.
I mean, ideally, if you're gonna ignore the score, yeah, but like it's getting kind of close now. Like you kind of want to get some momentum, and Udri isn't doing that well, so he got a mag. So hopefully, he can get some easy kills, and I mean, 1 mag kill, and your economy is pretty good.
Right, that gun's such a game changer. Such a fun game to use in pugs. It makes pugging life so much easier. But let's see here, Otto. Oh, they start off beautifully for myKPV. They take up outside, and the aggression from skillz fails. But there's Udris. That Mag 7 comes to life, and he takes 1 down. That's Skunk, but still even odds here in terms of the player count. myKPV making their way into lower.
Yep, rotation's coming
flank,
through. It's a little late. Yeah, Preliden, great flank. Another one's listening. Oh.
He's going to catch him. No, he doesn't get anybody. Preliden would have changed that round. And look at this double smoke it ran from myKPV. Just isolating Cry entirely. But now he pushes through, does get one. Could have been avoided, but still going for the plant is Suelo. The CT player in the fence doesn't peek, and he goes down. myKPV take the round, and now skillz. I mean, do you just force up again here? Because you forced up last round.
You have to,
have the same
unless you
weaponry.
want to go for a... Yep, they're forcing. I gotta say, impressive play by Otto this whole match so far. He really won them the round there. He was in the perfect spots to give an answer to everything that skillz was given.
Yeah, the stability, like the rock, the backbone of the team, you could say, for Otto. And he was the one in the previous half that came up with those super big clutches. But look at this, aggression from skillz into the lobby.
Good read.
Getting flanked from 4 different locations there. And he does go down. Now myKPV quick to recover. They do take up outside. They exchange a lot of damage for that frag, though, onto Otto. Again, key player for them. So where does myKPV go? Looks like hell. And one of the players flushed is there. Takes down Suelo. Again, trade for myKPV. On key with their, or on point with their trades so far. And now they're taking into upper. And as these trades transpire, yeah, it's going to be difficult for the CTs, I imagine. But oh man, Otto goes down. That's Perliden. They do get the bombs done in the meantime. Oh, trade again. Down to a 1 versus 2 with Zai. He can end the game right here for myKPV. And he does with a clutch in the 1 versus 2. skillz desperately needed that round, and now myKPV has taken the tie round and are on the brink of sending skillz out of our tournament.
Yeah, quick aggression outside from the terrorists, as they've pretty much put pressure there every round. Counter terrorist saving, getting a little desperate. Made a good read because there was only one watching lobby, or I believe, and he got taken down by just a swarm of saving counter terrorists.
Yeah, so that lobby crunch can be the best and worst call depending on what the terrorists are doing.
Yeah. So
now skillz, this is something I was worried about, because I would have liked to see them at least go for 1 full save, even if it would bring them to the 14th round, or myKPV. Because now they finally have an op-out, and they finally have all the guns necessary. Flush, though, pushes into the secret area, gets 2 before he's finally taken down, but that op still is yet to come into play for Independent. For this round, the CTs managed to hold outside, but look at how much damage has been done already from myKPV. They are already on the tie round. skillz not allowing themselves any error at this point. Down to a 2 versus 4 in the end here. Economical damage can still be a factor here if myKPV take a few players down, because skillz was not going to have the economy to full rebuy. So, see if they can do anything here.
Yeah, oh, bomb down.
Right, Independent with that AWP finally shows, and now Zai in the 1 versus 4. 25 seconds left, and if I was him, I'd just be looking for kills here. There's one. He knows there's an opera inside of heaven. He finds Perliden, but Perliden finds him first. So 1 more round in favor of skillz, but just a little too late in my opinion.
Yeah, they finally got some favorable trades where it just wasn't easy cleanups for KPV. There's still the name of the game for both of these terrorists, or both teams on terror side, has just been outside aggression, and there hasn't really been a very good read on the CTs of this. They're still so wary of like an inner push or something. I don't know.
All right, it's just kind of that rock paper scissors style. I mean, keep going rock, and then eventually. So, but still, yeah, it's very interesting that both teams are not opting just to stack it, because it's happening so frequently. The odds definitely warrant it. But now this time trades outside, and I'd say that favors myKPV, and Skrunk finds Cry at hell as well. So now skillz, a tough spot. Need to come up big here if they want to stay alive in our tournament.
Udry.
skillz,
That's all on him.
It's going to fall onto his shoulders as he is in the dark spot now. myKPV is eventually taking him to lower flush. Can't get anybody. And he was set up in a great spot. And now Udris, even more pressure on his shoulders now. He gives away his spot, takes down the bomber. The trade right away. myKPV is moving on. skillz is eliminated in round 3 of the lower bracket. And